And welcome back, everybody. It is another Friday night, the Friday before Thanksgiving, which retailers typically think that the Friday after Thanksgiving is the big shopping day. Well, for me, it starts like as soon as they start dropping the sales, which is usually around November 1st. So they've been dropping sales like crazy. I've been taking advantage of some of them. I already have some Christmas gift spot because I kind of go a little bit overboard on Christmas. Um, but it's the only time of year that I feel like I can spoil people without having to have a reason. And I like spoiling people. So it kind of gives me an excuse, so to speak. So I'm super excited because on Black Friday they do what they call some loss leaders, where stores will actually advertise something for below their cost just to get you to shop there. And what they're hoping is that if they can get you in the door, or nowadays online, and you buy the loss leader, that you will buy something else that does have a profit margin on it. So there will be some deals for Black Friday, but pretty much a lot of retailers are already offering 20, 30, 40% off now. So you can buy it before the rush and make sure you get the color you want, the size you want, and all that good stuff. So that's kind of my tip for holiday shopping. I know a lot of people like to give money. I do not. I'd rather give gifts. And so that's just a personal thing. So let's see who has popped in. Sammy's here. Hey, Sly. Hey, Sam. If y'all notice, I think I got, well, I didn't. I'm not straight. Why didn't nobody tell me? Okay, now I'm straight, I think. Not up and down. Every time you open this, it does something different. I'm telling you. I don't know where to go to save settings. So it saves most of it. Maybe just not everything in the right place. Yeah. So, but Sam, I'm very glad you're here. Randy's here. Hi, Sly. Hi, Randy. I heard that you were retiring, that you should already be retired, but I don't think you are. So maybe I got the dates wrong, or I don't know. It's hard to keep up with everybody, and the older I get, the harder it gets. You know how it goes. Uncle G, happy weekend. Yes, it is this, well, for me it's the middle of the weekend, but yes, it is. My weekend actually starts on Thursday morning, and then I go back to work on Sunday night. So, yeah. So this is kind of the middle of my weekend. Sammy's saying camera sales. Yes. I have seen now I'm not a Sony shooter. I've seen I think it's it's the one that takes the lens, not the one that has the lens built on. The E1 or the E10. One of them was on sale for $6.99. So they are having some pretty good sales, because I think that one's normally, I don't know, it's more than that. Yeah. I've actually, I love microphones. I kind of have a microphone thing. And about 3 weeks ago, I got the DJI microphone. I'm not thrilled with it, to be honest with you. I think my Deity still sounds better. The issue is I have to get an adapter for the Deity to work in one of the cameras. I don't know. So I had everything. I mean, my desk looked like a shambles. I had everything laid out. I had all the different microphones laid out. And out of 3 microphones, 1 and 3 fit this camera, 2 and 3 fit this camera. None of them not one camera took every microphone. Yeah, it's just, kind of blows your mind. But so the Deity to me sounds the best. Now I'm talking about wireless when I'm out on the go. I don't think anything compared to this one, which this is a really cheap microphone. So go figure. But someone had suggested the Rode Wireless 2 as an alternative to the DJI. Because honestly, it does internal recording, which I have a Tascam recorder if I need that. If I feel like I'm going to need to record the file, I have a Tascam that can do that. I was not impressed with the sound quality on the DJI. I'll be, I think, dropping a video tomorrow. But I do want to get your all's input on that, because I have been, you know, if I do this full time, I need to know the rules, right? You know, I like to play by the rules and then try to skirt around them. So, but I got to know what they are first. And so I've been reading a lot of information from YouTube. And part of it says it's a computer. So initially it's a computer. They do have apparently people that actually watch or go through all these videos, or they're looking for something. I don't know what they're looking for. But anyway, and on this, oh my lordy lordy. One moment, please. Let me see. So I have a dear friend who is in her late 70s, and she's a little bit techno challenged. Okay, so let me see if I can send her a link. Excuse the granny glasses for just a moment. No, maybe I can't. Well, I should be able to, right? Maybe? Maybe not while I'm live? I bet I can do it this way. Maybe. Can I do it this way? Yes. There we go. And then I can just put her in right here. Put her in right here. Pat, that's just for you, Pat. There we go. She has trouble finding the live stream. Okay. Now go away. Now go away. There it goes. Okay. So, where was I? The DJI mic. Yeah, I love the fact that it's in its own charging thing, but so is the Hollyland. And so the only thing the DJI has over the Hollyland is the onboard recording, which I have never used before. Now I have recorded a couple of videos with the Tascam, and it's super simple to sync the files. But I have that if I want to record a audio file. So I'm contemplating sending it back. I have to decide in the next, I think, 3 or 4 days. So I went out and I made a video today. I may drop it tomorrow. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the YouTube thing. Okay, so apparently the YouTube computer, which is a binary computer, if you drop a video at the same time, if you set a pattern, okay, so I have decided that I can do 2 videos a week and a live stream. And I'm consistent with that, 2 videos a week and a live stream. Now, I looked at the analytics and it said most of my viewers watch my videos between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. So I changed my time from 2 to 10. I meant to go at 9 and I didn't have it ready in time. And it didn't work, right? So I didn't get near the attention. So you can look at your impression click-through rates, and that's how many times YouTube has offered your video and it's been received. people have clicked through it. Okay. So, but I've been reading up a lot of this stuff, trying to figure out, and I guess it's working, guys, because I'm over 400. Thank you guys so, so much. That means the world to me. I mean, that's huge, right? So I remember when I was at 150 and I was amazed at that. So for me to be over 400 is really, yeah, I'm going to give myself a thumbs up, right? Sammy says, you got the e-comments working. Sort of. And I say that because, so everything looks like it's good, but in order to switch cameras, I have to drag it from the switcher up to the screen. Instead of just clicking on the switcher to switch it, I have to drag it up to the screen and then delete it. No, that actually switches it, and then drag the next one up to the screen instead of just clicking on it like I used to be able to. So, no, it's not 100% fixed, but it gives the good impression of being fixed. It's the best you can do with duct tape and baling wire. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, yes, the little engine. No, I think I can. Yeah. There's Lewis. How you doing, Lewis? Glad you made it home. Don't know where you were, but it's always good to be home. Jim says 400. That's amazing. Congrats. Yeah, I was just, there was a couple of days where it grew by like 10 or 12 subscribers in one day. Normally it's like 1 or 2 a day. So it just really kind of blew me away because in my mind, I was thinking 500 by Christmas, but I might actually beat that. So the bag seemed to be what's doing it. But I love my cameras and I love camera stuff. So I may throw a camera one in there Saturday and then go back to bags on Tuesday. I don't know. Yeah. I hate to mess with the algorithm that's working. Okay. But you know, I don't think a lot of people realize that there is a method to their madness. You just have to, they don't really tell you what to do. You know, it needs to be like, okay, if you want to be successful on YouTube, this is the formula that we follow. If you follow this, you'll probably have success. And then some people just have dumb luck. But, you know, it's just, that would have been nice to have a step-by-step guide. YouTube needs to put out a step-by-step guide. That's what I'm saying. Sammy says, gaff tape is better than duct tape. That's what I think. You know, Sam, I think you might be right. I had not ever heard of gaff tape until I started messing with cameras and stuff. My daughter was in theater a long time ago, and they use, I think they use gaff tape for almost everything, but she's been like on stage and stage manager behind the scenes type thing. She's done both. And yeah, I think they use gaff tape for almost everything. So you're absolutely right. Sam says, what will you think when you get to 1,000? Sammy, that'll just absolutely blow my mind. That 1,000 people, 1,000 people, you know how many people that is? I don't like to be in a room with 30. 1,000 people want to watch me. Really? I think it's somewhat funny that I'm somewhat of an introvert, and so if 1,000 people were watching me, my mind would just be blown away. Peter says, actually, you do pretty well teaching about YouTube too. Something to think about. Bigger audience too. I don't know if I'm that good of a teacher, Peter. I tend to leave out a lot of vital bits. You know, so yeah. Sam says, yes, they do. Right? It's called gaffer's tape. Yes. Yes. We know what we're talking about. I think I have some in that drawer back there. But in Oklahoma, it's the running joke. If you have duct tape and baling wire, you can fix absolutely anything. And I have gotten my truck home with baling wire before. I had a tie rod fall out, and I put it back up and put baling wire around it, twisted it with pliers to make it nice and tight. And I only had about 1.5 miles to go on dirt road, and I made it home. So there is some truth to that adage that with duct tape and baling wire, you can fix almost anything. But so if any of you guys, I kind of like the no name brand stuff, the kind of the underdog type stuff. Fulame, Fulam, Fulam, I think, has come out with a microphone. Yolandi has a microphone. So I don't know. The DJI, I really had high hopes for it. I really had high hopes for that because I actually, and this is another one of my little pet peeves. So they send you this $300 microphone. Okay. Really cool charging case. Love it. It should turn on. Everything should turn on. Yeah. Absolutely love it. Controls, easy to use. Love it. Look how little these transmitters are. They are smaller than the Deity, right? I love that. Everything about this, except here's the cons. And I had this with the Ceremonic too. $300 microphone, and they send you a pouch for the NecroKitties. And honestly, if I showed you, they're not even good NecroKitties. But, they're all brand specific, so you can't take like one from the Deity and put it on that one. But I don't know if you can see. We're going to try this. This may be a total flop, but we're going to try this. You probably cannot see the difference. Maybe. We'll try. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay. The black one, this one, is very, very soft. It's extremely good material. The black and gray one, pretty dadgum cheap. It's kind of rough. It is not soft. Not like this one. This is off the Deity. Which, I'll get to that in just a minute. So, you buy a $300 microphone. I don't even know where the pouch is because it's just a pouch. It's not even a good pouch. You get two very cheap NecroKitties. And then you get a couple of cables. Okay, that's fine. It is a good cable. I will say it is a good cable. And in the case, it has got the extra, get that out so you can see it. It's got the extra adapters for a USB-C or the Lightning, so you can plug it into a phone. Okay, well that's nice. Not something I need, but it's nice. And then it's got a cold shoe mount that you can take that off and put one of those on and plug it directly into whatever you're plugging into. So I really, really wanted to like this. The sound quality, it's okay. It's not horrible, but can you not give me a case for this that it's big enough to house all of at least its accessories? That was the same problem I had with the Ceremonic. It came in a case just big enough to put the box. And then if you wanted to carry the cables and everything goes with it, you had to get something else. That's my rant for the night. Now, so I had this low pro case hanging around, which it actually does fit everything pretty perfect. So I probably shouldn't be griping as much as I am. But that's just, how much could it cost to send a little case like, case in point, the Hollyland Lark. I think it's the M1. Now, this does not do onboard recording. but the sound is pretty decent. It's every bit as good as the DJI at a third of the price. Again, charging case, 2 transmitters. It's hard to see that white. I have it in white. This one I don't have in white and black. But anyway, it has 2 transmitters. They're itty bitty teeny tiny. It doesn't have an it doesn't have a screen, right? It just has lights. But their claim to fame, well, not their claim to fame, but this is a decent microphone. If you're looking for a decent one that's only about $100, it does not do onboard recording, you know, whatever. But the case that they send, I'm gonna take this out so everything doesn't fall on my face, has a little pocket up here for the cables, and the little Necro kitties right here can go in this little, and they don't fall out. It came with the microphone. I didn't have to buy anything separate. Thank you, Hollyland. I hugely appreciate that. It's just that one little thing, and I know y'all think I'm being silly. That's fine. My complaint about the deity, I think the deity sounds better than any of them on my voice. Okay. Now I am a huge believer that the timbre of your voice is going to sound different on different microphones. And for mine, the deity just sounds the best. Now this one I do have in black and white. Again, a case to hold all the little essentials that it comes with. It's a very nice case too. It says deity on it. Upside down. It says deity, right? But it does not have a charging case. So you have to charge each unit separate. So when I got home today, I did that. And y'all are going to laugh. And if we weren't all family, I wouldn't even tell you. Because you will laugh at me. So when you first hook the deity up, it's on mute. And then you have to click the decibel thing to get it up where you want it. And I had done that. And the camera was not picking it up. So, okay, I'll just put it up and I'll just use the DJI. Not a big deal. And so I tried one more thing and I got it to work. The camera was picking it up. But every time you turn it off and turn it back on, you have to reset the gain, and I forgot. So I still had no volume out of that microphone. So I'm in the video, I'm wearing 2 microphones, but only one of them's working. Yeah, it happens. Peter says, still happy with the new camera. You know, I am, and I think it's a very short video. It's only going to be like 6 minutes maybe. I didn't go over any technical specs. I was just wanting to see if it looked that much different. I do like it. It is a little bit bigger. Okay. A little bit bigger. I do like it. I love the touchscreen on the front. That's a definite plus. There are some weird things that I actually kind of like. I like the magnetic mount on the bottom. That's really quite nice and fast. It just has a few little idiosyncrasies, like the mic thing is on one side and the battery and the micro SD is on the other side. And in the old one, the mic and the micro SD are on the same side. So just, you know, just little things to get used to. It's not quite the same camera. But what was interesting, sometimes in that little 6-minute video, sometimes the Osmo 4 looks better and sometimes the original looks better. And I've got them set exactly the same. So it was the way the light kind of came and went if I walked under a tree or came out from under a tree or whatever. It was just the way the light, how they reacted to the light was kind of interesting. because I think overall, I think the new one has better color if you compare it to the old one. If you're not comparing it, like if you only saw one video and you didn't have anything to compare it right side by side, I honestly don't think you would notice the difference. So if I had to start all over, I would probably pick up more of the Osmo, the originals, honestly. Even though I like the touchscreen, I think the color is a little bit better. I don't know that it's $400 better, but there's that. Peter says, can you tell the wind blocking difference between those two wind muffins? Well, I would love to say I could, because I did have the wind muff on the Deity, but because it wasn't on mute, it was on like 0, and I got 0. I got nothing. It didn't show anything, and I didn't know that because the microphone's doing its little thing. Yeah, right. Anyway, hey, there's Pat. She figured out how to do it. How you doing, Pat? Woohoo! This is Pat's first time. Actually, she's watched several times, but this is her first time to be able to comment. So everybody, welcome Pat. She's one of my girlfriends here from Oklahoma, and I'm so glad you made it. That's so cool. Sammy says, have you tried out the Rode? I have not. India Delgado was telling me about it this past week, actually, that she has both. And since she got the Rode, I think she has the Rode Wireless Go 2, I think is what she said. Since she's gotten the Rode, she hasn't used the DJI at all. So the DJI might get sent back. Because like I said, I do like the Hollyland, and you can get literally 3 sets of these for the price of one DJI. And if it's something I need to record, you know, if I need to go into spy mode and record when nobody knows that I'm recording, I've got my Tascam. So, not too worried about that. Peter says, welcome, Pat. Thank you. Let everybody make Pat welcome. This is her. Like I said, she's been watching, but she hasn't been able to make comments. So, this is her first time being able to make a comment. That's so cool. See, she's learning. That's what I love about Pat. She loves to learn, and she loves to have fun, and she's not afraid to have fun. Right? So, that's why I love being around her. We have been on a cruise together. We've done a lot of things. We've gone to Cuba, Missouri, to see a concert together, and she is a lot of fun to be around, and she's a person that's not afraid to have fun. You know, a lot of people they're kind of timid at first, and so you take them out somewhere, and they're kind of shy. And that's probably me, honestly. But when I'm around Pat, it just all goes out the window. So, Sly the Spy. I like that. And Sammy's saying, welcome, Pat. Great to meet you. Sammy, you and Pat would get along really well, because Sammy likes to have fun too. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of my, I did try, they're not wireless, but I tried a Saramonic SRXM1. It's that's the one I can't pronounce. The Saramonic, it's up here somewhere. There it is. Number 1, this is the wrong model. This actually would work on the original Osmo Action if I was behind the camera instead of in front of it. Because the plug-in, you have to use a plug-in on the original. It's USB-C, but you gotta love these companies. It's USB-C, but the And the DJI has a USB-C adapter to go into the new Osmo 4. It does not register on the original Osmo 4. You have to have the adapter and a cord to use the DJI mic on the original DJI Osmo Action. But with this, you can plug this in like you see so. But that's the front of the camera. So if you're out here in the front, the microphone's going straight up. Now if you're behind the camera, you can talk all day into it and it doesn't sound too bad. But most of the time I'm out here in front of it, and so that's useless. I do have some 90-degree adapters, I guess. And so with this, you can actually make it point to you, but I still think the deity sounds better. So there's that. And I did try this little thing. This little thing, for being so tiny, this was when I was in my tiny phase. I cannot say the name of this, so I will just spell it for you. Not that I could see it without my granny glasses, but it is the EDUTIGE. EDUTIGE? I don't know how you say that. The ETM 00100. So 001. This is a hot little mic. Like, it puts out some actual pretty good sound, but it does run a little bit hot in the original Osmo. So, and because it's 3.5 millimeter, it won't go into the Osmo 4. So that's been my journey this week. I haven't had a lot of time to mess with this stuff, but I did make it out today. They have the duck pond closed right now because they're decorating for Christmas, which I love Christmas, so I can't fault them for that. But so I went to another pond and just kind of walked around the leaves and the trees and stuff. And I think you'll be surprised. I probably will keep the Osmo 4 just because I wouldn't mind having a third camera. I can keep 2 on the kayak and then I'll still have 1. But I don't know that it's worth the extra money. So you're looking at $400 for just the camera versus you can buy these in like new condition for $150 all day long. So, is it worth the extra $250? I don't think it is. Just throwing that out there. I forgot that slow mode was on for your chat. Yeah, it just kind of, I don't know. I don't expect ever to have trouble. But Peter had some one night and man, they were just rapid firing as fast as they possibly could. And it was a bot, so however fast a computer can send chats in is how fast it was doing it. So, yeah, I just always put that on there. I was typing comments too fast, and I have to be retyping it. I forgot how to type in slow mode chat. Well, I think it's only like 30 seconds, Sam. So, which, time is a relative term, and 30 seconds to someone like me is not the same 30 seconds to someone your age. So, there was a movie called Murphy's Romance that pointed that out perfectly. Hey, Dylan made it. How you doing? What's up? And he really does say that in real life. He's like, what's up? Dylan does Grand Theft Auto. He has a channel. He does Grand Theft Auto. And I don't know anything about gaming, but he has been very, very helpful in my journey. So thank you very much, Dylan. And Pat saying thanks. Charles made it. Hello, Sly. Hello, Charles. A little envious there. You sitting on the beach drinking a whatever it was called. I don't really drink, so not too envious of that. But sitting on a warm beach. So I just wanted to clear things up a little bit, guys. Yes, when we got back from St. Louis, the heater had gone out. My son came down. We tried to fix it. We deemed it irreparable at this time. It's like 30 years old, so it just needs to be replaced. Not sure the house is worth putting another heater in. So I went down, I got a infrared wall heater. Now the way infrared wall heaters work is they heat the objects in the room, which radiate the heat, okay? And so it takes a little bit to, if you're starting from cold, it takes a minute. Well, I had to have my son come down to help put it up and hook it up and everything. And so that week was the coldest week we've had so far. It was like 27 degrees. Yeah, it was cold. It was very cold. It was beyond very cold. Like, I'm fine until my nose gets cold. And then it's like, I'm cold. So, but I just piled a ton of stuff on the bed. I have a heated mattress pad on my bed. And so it wasn't, and then I put on sweatpants and a hoodie. That's been like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know. Whenever we got back from St. Louis that week. So, since then, yes, I have had heat. Now, it's trying to heat the whole house. And that's not what it's made for. It's I think a 5 or a 6 panel infrared heater. And so I've put up, I don't know what you call them. I think they're rugs. They're like those, the smaller version would be called a rag rug, where it's made out of rags tied together. But these are huge, and they're extremely heavy and thick. And so I've got one blocking off the rest of the house from the bedroom and office area. So the way my house is set up, this wing is bedrooms and offices, or bedroom, office, and 2 bathrooms. And then once you get past those blankets, you go into the den, the living room, and the kitchen, the dining room. So I've got that all blocked off. So the only thing down at that end of the house that has water is the kitchen. And if and when it gets really cold like that again, I'll just put a little space heater down there to keep the pipes from freezing. Not really a big deal. But I'm perfectly warm right now. So y'all don't worry about me. I'm fine. And if it gets ridiculously stupid, I do have 2 children I can go stay with that both have heat. So I'm fine. Sammy says, it's that time of night that I'm getting sleepy. And I'm happy that I can catch your stream until midnight. Well, thank you, Sammy. I really appreciate you coming in. And you're going to go live next Friday night at 9. Is that right? Because I don't want to step on your toes, bud. I do want our group to have an outlet, and a lot of people go to bed early, like Jim Mundy likes to go to bed early. So I do want to have an avenue for our regulars to go to. So if you want to do that, that's absolutely 100% fine. And if not, then I'll just go on at 9 my time, 10 your time, and just stay on and through my stream. So it'll just be like a really long, extra long, yeah, one of those. So, but that's fine. So next Friday is Black Friday, and they're going to be having all the sales. I did try to do a thing where I can like put a bunch of like Amazon stuff and pull it over into the screen, I could not get it to work for a couple of reasons. One, as soon as I do that, it shows. So I'm an Amazon Prime member, but when I pull it over like that, the price changed. Well, that's not good. I don't want to do that. Pat says the house next door. Oh, is for sale. You have to read between the lines with Pat. The house next door is for sale. That's what she's letting me know. But that's okay, because I speak Pat. So it's okay. So yeah, is that the one with the rats? I think one of her neighbors was not a good housekeeper. So it probably needs to be fumigated badly. Yeah. But so anyway, Crud house next door for sale. Yes, that's yeah, okay. That's the one I thought you were talking about. So my dilemma is, do I mess with YouTube's algorithm and still drop a bag video, but also drop the camera video, or do I just drop the camera video and then go back to bags on Tuesday? Because I do kind of want your all's input on this camera thing. I'm probably gonna keep it. I mean, I've already bought the cage. Yolandi had this really cool thing. So the cage that I wanted, and the reason I wanted it, it's a small rig cage, but it has a cutout right here just for the DJI microphone. I guess you could see it if I point it to you where you can see it. But now that's not really a consideration if the DJI mic goes back, right? So yeah, I don't know. But this cage, see, I get off on these tangents and my mind just leaves me. I like the fact that the cold shoe is off to the side to where it doesn't mess up the button, because most of them are in the center, and where you can see that. There we go. Ooh, now I look like a cyborg. Anyway, the cold shoe is off to the side, so you have full access to the button. If the cold shoe is in the middle, it tends to partially block the button. So that was one reason I wanted this one. But it does only have one cold shoe. So Yolandi, who you know I love and adore, makes this magnetic mount, because you can mount this camera, if I can get it off, you can mount the camera to be either horizontal or vertical. These are really strong magnets. Yeah, so you could shoot vertical if you wanted to. Now, I never ever have shot vertical, but this camera will. This is strictly a cold shoe mount. It goes right there on the side. And now I have two cold shoes. Lights, camera, action, right? So, so I have got some accessories for it. And like I said, I'll probably keep it. This is one cool thing. If you try to put this on backwards because it's a magnet, watch this, watch this, watch this. It doesn't work. Like, it's opposing. You cannot get it on there. That is so cool. But you put it like that and it just sucks it right in. So it's the little things that impress me. Yeah. So, so I probably will keep that just because I have all that stuff for it. The microphone, yeah, I still really, really, really want to like it, but I don't. And I'm not crazy about the Rode only because it's such a big form factor for the transmitter. I am a fan of the Hollyland. I may get a black one of those since they're on sale for Black Friday. And I'll have a credit from Amazon for the DJI mic. But so this tomorrow, if I'm going to drop, okay, I'm going to drop the camera video tomorrow. you guys take a listen. Please let me know what you guys think. Now, remember, I think I've got both mics working. Okay? And my game plan was that it didn't matter which way I turned my head, one of the other mics would pick me up, and I could fix that, and I could, use the one that I was talking into in post. So wouldn't really be a big deal. Well, it wasn't. The deity was not working. So when I turn my head, it gets softer, and then when I go back, and I did try to equalize it in Final Cut Pro, it did the best it could, but it definitely is louder when you're talking towards it, right? So bear that in mind, that was not the microphone's fault, that was user error, which happens a lot, right? But I am getting better. I mean, I have made videos before with 0 sound, so I am getting better, right? Don't have that camera anymore, but, yeah, it happens. Stuff happens. You think stuff happens on a live stream? It happens other times too. You just don't get to see it because it gets edited out, But please let me know what you think of the DJI. I know I don't have anything to compare it to because the deity wasn't working, but if you guys think it's an okay mic, then I'll keep it. You know me, never hurts to have one more. But if not, I'll send it back and use the $300 for something else. Like I said, I'm just not that impressed with it. So I wish it had come in a nicer case. I wish it had had a little bit better sound quality. You should not have to turn a mic up. I think I have it set at +6, and I still had to increase it in post. So you shouldn't have to turn a mic up that loud. Most of them you actually have to turn down. I think the deity is like -6 to -12. So, and the Holyland doesn't have a screen on it, so you can't see. It just has low, medium, and high. Which, how simple is that, right? It blinks once for low, twice for medium, 3 times for high. Super simple. I like simplicity. But yeah, what I have found in a lot, I've been listening to a lot of YouTube videos on microphones, is that it's really hard to tell what they don't tell you what they have the gain set to. They don't tell you like the settings so that you can recreate what they sound like, and a lot of them sound the same. So until you actually get it in and get it on your camera, because I do think that the different cameras will process the sound differently. So until you get it, on the camera you're going to use it on, like the DJI may sound fantastic on the M6. I mean, it's DJI, so you'd think it would sound fantastic on the DJI camera, but don't get me started again. But it may sound really good on like the M6 or the G7X or the Sony ZV-1. So I don't want to discount the mic. It's just for what I wanted to use it for. The 2 that I already have are better for me. That's the point. That's where I'm going with that. So as far as Black Friday goes, if I could figure out how to move the website to the live stream, I would do that. Marine X does an excellent job at that. He's done several. And man, he just whips through that stuff, and he just like 100 miles an hour. So if you're wanting some tactical type stuff, I kind of like tactical stuff. I know that's kind of strange, but I kind of do. I don't know where my keys are. My keys have this really cool, it's like it's a bottle opener. I don't know. It does like 9 different things, and it just sits on your keychain. It's got like a little hex head to take little screws and stuff off, which actually work on the heater. So I don't. It's just kind of a cool thing. So I don't want to look like Rambette, but I do like tactical somewhat, you know. But so anyway, there's that. So guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up, and we will see everybody next Friday. Sammy, I will look for you at actually 9 o'clock my time. If you're live, fantastic. If not, then I will go soon after that. So I probably will be going early if Sammy doesn't go on, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes, and I didn't realize that he would be available. I guess I should have, because he will be home from school for the holidays. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But everyone, like Randy says, good night, everyone. Have a wonderful holiday. Eat a lot of turkey, folks. I'm going to my daughter's, and my son's coming over too, and so we're gonna have a wonderful family get together. And I think there's some non-family coming as well. And you know, it's always, I do like gatherings like that, where it's just a bunch of people and you're all eating and everybody's having a good time. And you know, holidays can be kind of stressful, especially the planning of. So yeah, just don't get stressed out. Just enjoy the time with the ones you love. And I will see you guys next Friday. Good night, everybody.